Today, I'm gonna talk to you about how I made $200,000 on this property using zero credit, zero credentials, and $0 out of my own pocket. We're here at a property that I purchased in 2021. I purchased this property and I'm going to show you guys the steps that I took to buy the real estate. You don't wait to buy real estate. You buy real estate and wait. Learn to delay gratification. Instant gratification doesn't exist. Real estate is one of those things that you will get rich for sure. You don't get rich quick. You won't get rich quick. You get rich for sure. The reason why I bought this property is it was actually on the market for over 150 days. 150 days. This property, come to find out, is kind of a property that I always saw as a childhood home, to be honest. However, I always buy real estate and never kind of use real estate for myself. I always use real estate to make money. And that's what I want to talk to you guys about, leveraging money and how leveraging money works. So, saw this property on the MLS. I actually made an offer on this property, but I believe it was listed on the market for $390. I put an offer for $300. The agent ended up calling me back trying to negotiate, and he said, "Chris, we got more offers on this property. Are you sure you don't want to go up?" My business partner told me, "Bro, he's bluffing." I said, "No, he's not bluffing. He needs us to go up." So I ended up just going up $7,000. So we went to 307. The next day he calls me, "Hey, your offer was accepted." I'm like, "Oh, come to find out." And if you're an investor and you're getting started, one thing I want to say is I've learned this over time, but if there's a property that's on the market for over 100 days and you call an agent and you try to make an offer, most of these agents are going to say, "I have another offer coming in. Is this your best and final?" The chances of them having another offer are probably slim to none. But that's just my personal take on that. So next time, I am not going to go up on my offer. I'm going to keep that offer. So moving forward, we ended up locking up the deal at 307. Then I took this contract to a hard money lender. If you guys are here in town, in El Paso, Texas, or anywhere, this hard money lender lends all across in multiple states, specifically Texas. But the reason why I want to share his information with you is because he was one of the first persons to believe in me. His name is Sabin Marcus. He's with Marquis Lending. I'm going to put his information down below in this video. And what I want you to do is, if you're looking for a hard money lender, give this guy a call and let him know that Chris Silva sent you. You saw it on my YouTube video and that you want to get quoted and you need a hard money loan. So let's continue. This guy, actually, I sent him the contract. He said, "Okay, Chris, listen, I'm going to need an appraisal on this." I said, "Okay, cool." I had already showed him some comps. I tried to justify. He wanted to do an appraisal. We ordered an appraisal. I have this property locked in at 307. The appraisal ended up coming back at $380,000. So I was already walking into equity on this property. We were walking into about $73,000 in equity. Why? Because I purchased the property for 307. It came back at value at 380. $73,000 in free equity. Wow. So moving forward, he ends up, Sabin will do this for all loans. If you're doing fix and flips, is they will fund 100% of the rehab. So I ended up getting $80,000 in repair money. So now my loan came up to $387,000. He gave us those $80,000. We went and we started fixing and flipping this house. You guys will see before what this house looked like. It was completely old, completely different. We went in there, tore down walls, remodeled it, we fixed it up. was going for the Kanye style, really, the cement, the whites, the off-color grays. That's what I wanted. I was trying to get that Kanye vibe, which I think we pulled it off pretty good. When it comes to hard money loans, you guys got to understand, most people would tell me, Chris, why are you going to get a loan with high interest? That doesn't make sense. Why are you going to do that? Guys, the reality of it is it's leverage. The interest rate doesn't matter if you know what you're going to do with the property. Where can you walk in and get a loan based on the asset's value? That's what a hard money loan is. It's asset value based. So on top of this, if you build great relationships with people, great relationships with hard money lenders, you guys will then have opportunity to kind of work, whether it's on interest rates and all that good stuff. I could go down. Just remember, life is all about relationships. I believe our interest rate on this was at 11%. Most people will be like, bro, you're crazy. It allowed me to get into the house. Remember, so I'm leveraging a loan to buy an asset. You got to leverage. You got to buy the asset, and then it's going to go up in value. I know that. In this property, I ended up needing to come in with $40,000 down. That $40,000, remember I told you I use zero cash out of my pocket. People will be like, Chris, where am I supposed to get this $40,000? Guys, you guys got to understand that you do not have a money problem, right? You do not have a money problem. You have a people problem. Somebody out there has your money. Thankfully, there was 2 investors, private money lenders, and these private money lenders are actually mine and my business partners' relatives. So your money starts in your circle, your inner circle. One gave 20, the other gave 20. We used their money. We paid them interest on their money. So we borrowed their money because their money was burning under the mattress. If you're somebody that has money saved, you got to go lend it. You got to go move it. 1, inflation. 2, the banks are taking from you. They're robbing for you. You're not making interest on your money. They're taking your money. They're lending it out. They're making all the money. On top of that, you're losing the value of the US dollar. So the family member, the relatives that lend me the money, $20,000 and $20,000, thank you, shout out to them because they believed in us. And we were able to create a win-win situation because now their money is moving. Got to move the money. Move the money. So $40,000, we get into the deal, right? So we got into the deal and then we finally closed on the property. Again, hard money loan, 11%, leveraging the bank's money, a hard money lender, to get into an asset that we know is going to go up in value. Close on the property, get into the property, we start fixing it up. And as we're fixing it up, we run into major problems, baby. You know how this goes. If you're ever flipping a house, there's typically more things wrong with it. This was an older house. I believe it was built in 1979 or something like that. Cast iron plumbing. We start having problems, but we go through it. On top of that, you have a payment that you have to be making every single month. Cool. You're racing against time. What we then did is, as we fixed it up, we then 3 years later go to the bank and we do what we call an equity refinance. Now, an equity refinance is when you go into a property, you refinance it, you pull out all the equity as much as the bank is willing to lend you. Some banks go up to 90%, others banks go up to 80%. We do the equity refinance, and guess what? That money is tax-free. When we go do our equity finance in 2024, is we go to the bank, they come out, they do an appraisal. We ended up getting a loan on this property for $637,000. $637,000. Our original loan was somewhere about $389,000 or $390,000 for it was closing costs. So at the end, when it was all said and done, I'll show you guys a breakdown right here of what we collected at the time of closing. That was $200,000. $200,000 that we were able to pull out. $200,000 tax-free money. Now, what we did with this money is now we're able to pay back our investors that invested the 20 and 20, plus they got interest on their money, so they made money on their money. We then have a higher loan on this property. However, the payment on this property is somewhere in the ballpark about 5%. We have a better interest rate on the property. So now we don't have the 11%. I believe we're somewhere in the ballpark of about 6.5 or 7, somewhere right there, 6.5 or 7%, which is better than 11%. What we're going to do is now we're going to rent out this property. So we gross 200 after expenses, after holding costs. You guys can do the math. We pay back our investors the 40,000 plus interest minus all our holding costs. We are still making a lot more money than we would have if we did not buy the real estate. Now, we put a tenant in here, rent this property out for $7,000. It's about 3 acres, 4,200 square feet. There's 8 restrooms. There is 5 or 6 bedrooms in this house. Massive house. We rent it out for $6,000, $7,000. Now somebody is going to be paying for our debt. We're going to be cash flowing the difference. We made up to $200,000 on this house. And guess what? In 5 years, the property value goes up and we refinance. We take out the equity tax free and then we go and buy more real estate. 3 lessons that I told you. You got to take action. You got to believe in yourself. You got to believe in yourself. It's up to you to make it happen. And most importantly, you do not wait to buy real estate. You buy real estate and wait. If you learned something from this video, please make sure you comment down below. Make sure you like, and most importantly, make sure you share with somebody that could gain value. Remember, money is all about leverage. When people tell you debt is bad, bad debt is bad. But there is such thing as good debt. Real estate is one of those things that is good debt. We got debt on this property. Where else are you going to be able to go buy $1 million property for $40,000? Where else? So we were able to get into the property. We got a loan. Now we got another loan to pay off the original loan, to pay off our investors. Now we're going to cash flow on this property. And then in the future, it's going to go up in value. We're going to go to the bank again, refinance, pull out that money tax-free. And guess what? We're going to go buy more real estate. Let's grow, baby!